Hello and welcome to Actually Speechless. Today's video is with the best Chapter 1 Battle Pass combos, and this will include all skins from Season 2 to Season X. Let's get into this video. This video is going to be another combo video. It's going to be something a little bit different. It's going to be the best Chapter 1 Battle Pass combos. This video was suggested by Record Guy 2022. He said, can you do season combos for all the skins from different seasons? Like when the first chapter you played, basically in order, so obviously Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3. For each skin from each battle pass, or each season from each chapter. So I decided to split it up into 3 parts. So this one will be the chapter 1 from season 2 to season X, and then tomorrow's video will be chapter 2, and then Friday's video will be chapter 3, just in time obviously for the event of start of chapter 4. Took me, I was going to do it all in one video, but I figured out the time I got got all the combos done for each skin, and I obviously done it in order. So basically, when you unlock which skin was first in each battle pass. And it came to a total of 66 combos. So obviously if I tried to do all of it, I wouldn't be able to get all the chapter 2s done. Because there's 8 seasons of that. It obviously takes me to 100. So I thought I'd do chapter 1s and now do chapter 2s tomorrow. But yeah, so let's get into it. It's going to be a long one, but I really did enjoy it. Obviously it puts in perspective for how different the skins are, back in the day compared to what they are now in Battle Passes. Obviously back in the day it was more original, epic created, skins. Or original skins, and obviously nowadays it's more, you have more collaboration skins. Obviously like most secret skins nowadays are collaborations, which I guess isn't the worst, but I guess this season's a Herald wasn't, so I guess that's pretty good. But yeah, let's get into the first combo, which is the Squire, which is the first Battle Pass skin we ever unlocked in the Chapter 1 Season 2 Battle Pass. I remember playing this, but all the way back in the day. I remember I was playing it a few weeks before the Chapter 1 Season 2 came out, and I said it would have been cool if they had some sort of system where you could unlock skins. And literally 2 weeks later, or a week or 2 later from when I was playing with one of my mates, she said we both agreed it would have been cool. It came out. I forgot to mention, for all the items and stuff, it's going to be a mixture of items from all different seasons. It's not just going to be specific to the actual season itself. It's going to be from all from the whole time Fortnite's been out. So if you don't have any of these backblings or pickaxes, just use anything that you think would go nice with them. Backbling for this combo is Shattered Wing, pickaxe, icebreaker, and also for the glider, each glider will be the Victory Royale umbrella from that season. So as you can see here, it's the snowflake from the Chapter 1 Season 2, which is the Victory Royale glider from that season. So obviously if you don't have it from that season, I guess obviously you wouldn't be making this combo, but I guess obviously if you may have played it, had a battle pass, but you didn't actually win, you can just use any glider you want anyway. You'd obviously umbrella or glider. I just thought I'd use the umbrella, so it just made sense to have it themed to that season. The contrail as well, I've just mainly used this one and another one, a mixture of this one and I think the DC cards one, this one here. Pick a card. I just wasn't really sure what to use, so I just thought I'd whack them on. And for this, the wrap is going to be Paradigm Shift, which is from this season's Battle Pass, works pretty nicely with the colour of the armour. Let's move on to the second skin, which is the Royale Knight, which is very similar to the Ever skin we just made a combo for. Backbling, Royale Shield, Pickaxe Reaper, just has whack this one on, very OG from all the way back in Chapter 1, Season 1. And then the wrap is a Closed Circuit, which has recently been in the item shop, basically for the newest customizable wrap skins, like the 2 skins that I picked up. This one here, the Glitch, and also the Errant, which I'm not sure which one. I know if you bought them in a bundle, you get 3 wraps, which I'll just quickly show you, which is this wrap here, Closed Circuit, and also these 2. But I'm not sure if, say, you bought one and you get one. I'm not sure if you had to buy the bundle to get the wraps, or I'm pretty sure the wraps were by themselves, so you could have bought them separately. But either way, this wrap works very nicely with the blue. Let's move on to the next skin, which is a Sparkle Specialist. For this one, I decided to go for a disco theme, so I decided to work on the Disco Ball, Pickaxe Unmaker, and then the wrap is Disco. Goes very nicely with this skin. And let's move on to the final combo from Chapter 1 Season 2's Battle Pass. There's only 4 skins in this season, which was pretty crazy. But I guess it was the first one, they were just trying it out. So just had to whack on the Black Shield, AC/DC, which is the pickaxe from that season. Chapter 1 Season 2's pickaxe, probably still one of the coolest original pickaxes we've got from the Battle Pass. And then the wrap is Boogeyman. I thought this works absolutely perfect with the black. Let's move on to the first Chapter 1 Season 3 combo, which is a Mission Specialist, and I'm using the Edit Style Visor Down, which I'm pretty sure we didn't have all those edit styles back and down. I'm pretty sure we got given edit styles. Backbling is a weather balloon, works very nicely. Pickaxe is a Spellwork Scimitar. Glider, Paper Parasol, and for the contrail I decided to whack on Pick a Card, and the wrap is the freshly forged solely for the orange. Goes very nicely with this. Let's move on to the next combo, which is Rust Lord. I really do like this skin a lot, and we've had a few reskins. So we had the Season X one, which was basically like a remix of different chapter or seasons in Chapter 1, which was a pretty cool season. Obviously, you'll see that later when we get to that later on in this video. We also had like a fiery version of this, but it's a very cool skin. Back blink, gains, pickaxe, sawtooth, and then the wrap is fiery flow once again to go with like the orange. Mainly to have the orange of the jacket. Let's move on to the next skin, which is the Moon Walker. And for this one, I'm using the no helmet style. I do like all the styles, but I just have to whack on the no helmet. Back blink, perfect wings. Pickaxe is the Eva, and then the wrap is the red line, mainly for the white. And obviously the red doesn't really go nice with them. I guess it could go quite well with the glider actually. Let's move on, or the umbrella. Let's go on to the next combo, which is the Dark Voyager, which is a very cool looking skin. It's a shame you don't have an edit style similar to the Moonwalker. And the ones previous to that, Mission Specialist, that we could take the mask off, the visor down. Would have been pretty cool to take it down, but either way, it's still quite a cool skin. Back blink is a power panel, and I decided to whack on the metal colour blush steel and the magma for the wraps to go with the black and the orange. Pickaxe is the sulfuric street shine, and then the wrap is magma. Let's move on to the next skin, which is Elite Agent. It's such a cool skin. This is a skin we definitely got some extra edit styles. We never had the no helmet one, but obviously I can't remember when we got given it, but when this skin was first out in Chapter 1, Season 3, there wasn't a no helmet edit style. They added it in at a later date. But either way, I decided to whack on the standard, but obviously you can whack on the no helmet. But it's pretty cool either way. It's such a cool looking skin. I know a lot of people like using this. Back bling, Wolfpack, Pickaxe, Driver, and the wrap is Stealth Black. I thought, why not? Whack on Stealth Black works very nicely with this, the armour of this, the Elite Agent skin. Let's move on to the OG John Wick, I like to call it, but the Reaper. I just had to whack on the combo I used to use back in the day, which is obviously Love Wings, Trusty number 2, and obviously the wrap. I wouldn't have used it because there wasn't wraps in Chapter 1, Season 3, but if obviously this is the wrap I would use, if obviously I had it back in the day, which is Boogeyman. Just had to do it. For the wraps, obviously I decided to give myself a little bit of a leeway. Like I said, I wouldn't try to use the same wrap in, say, each chapter. And it says, obviously, Chapter 1, Season 2, I used the Boogeyman on the Black Knight, but I also used it on the Reaper, but I decided I would obviously use it since it's a different season. I thought, it'd be fair enough to obviously use wraps again, same pickaxes and backblings maybe. That's what I decided to do because I wasn't sure. Obviously, certain skins were very hard to combo with certain things. Let's move on to the Chapter 1, Season 4 combos now, which is the Carbide, and I'm using the Stage 5 and the light colour blue, just solely to go with the Hurricane backbling. Pickaxe is the Hand of Lightning. Victory Royale umbrella is Wet Paint, and once again it's a Bifrost glow, but obviously it's going to be Bifrost or the Pick a Card. And then the wrap is Ripley. I still really do like this wrap. It's from Chapter 2, Season 1. I love the wrap a lot, the Slurp wrap. I'm a very big fan. I also do love the Slurp-matic wrap from this season as well. That's pretty cool. Let's move on to the next skin, which is the Battlehawk, which in my opinion is quite a lackluster skin. Back in the day, I found it pretty cool, but if I got obviously this skin nowadays, I wouldn't really like it too much. But back in the day, it was a pretty cool looking skin. Back bling is a cable cloak. It works pretty nicely with his skin actually. Pickaxe, Obi-Wan's blade, and then the wrap is Rogue Archaeology, which is Indiana Jones's weapon wrap from Chapter 3, Season 3. Let's move on to the next skin, which is the Technique, which is such a clean looking skin. The back bling I'm using is Hollow Back, and then the sticker is Rainbow Fly. I just find it goes very cool, because it's very colourful. It goes very well with all the paint that spray paint that she's got over her clothes. Pickaxe is a Renegade Rollers, and then the wrap is Paint Splatter. Once again, just to go off see the whole theme of her being spray painting things and being like a street artist, which is pretty cool. Let's move on to the next skin, which is Zoe. I'm using the back bling goodie bag, Pickaxe Bold Bar. I really do like this one a lot. It goes very nicely with the pink of this skin. And then the wrap is Frosted to go with that very pink theme of this combo. Obviously, she has a very cool looking skin, but you can stick out like a sore thumb. Obviously, if you're running through a grassy area or anything like that, you can be seen, but it's still a cool skin either way. Let's move on to the next combo, which is the Valor. Back bling, red shield, pickaxe, fire fangs, and the wrap is Knighted to go with the black and the red on the shield mainly. Works very nicely with this skin actually. Let's move on to the next skin, which is Squad Leader. I really do like this skin a lot, and I decided to whack on the banner shield. The banner I'm using here, it's just this one here. You can use any one you want, any icon that you like, but I decided to whack this one on, to whack this colour on here, as you can see. I found it goes pretty close to the colour of his actual obviously clothes. I couldn't get the exact, but I found it works very nicely. Pickaxe is the angular axe, and the wrap is Riptide, mainly for the green to obviously go over his armour once again. Let's move on to the second last skin, which is the Omega, and I decided to whack on the Knight's Torment as the back bling and also the pickaxe. I'm just using the standard style, which is a Knight's Torment, which is from the Level Up Quest Pack in Chapter 3, Season 2. And obviously it works very nicely for the Omega Knight. Obviously it works perfect. Obviously it's obviously designed for the Omega Knight, but obviously it is it works nicely because you've got like an edit style that is basically just to go nicely with this. I thought why not whack it on. I really do like the Omega skin. I'm using stage 5 as the style, and then the light colour is orange. And the wrap I'm using is triangles, mainly for the black and the orange, but I could use many different, but I thought I'd switch up because I haven't really used these triangles in a long time. Let's move on to the first ever secret skin we got, which was a visitor. I'm pretty sure for doing some of the challenges. Obviously it's part of the 7 set, the first ever 7 member we got. Backbling is the Lunar Hyperjet from this season's Battle Pass, and I'm using the Lunar Hyperjet style. Pickaxe is Electrostatic Impactor, which is also from this Battle Pass. I wasn't sure in this combo what pickaxe to use, so I just whacked on the Electrostatic. And then the wrap is a Proto Wave. I find it goes very nicely with the blue of the armour and also the backbling. Let's move on to Chapter 1, Season 5, which is a highly skin that a lot of people like or a lot of people want, but they can't get no more, which is a drift skin. And for it, I decided to whack on the Stage 5, which is completely maxed out. Backbling is the Atmosphere, which is from Chapter 1, Season X, basically like the female version of Drift. This backbling obviously works absolutely perfect with this skin. Pickaxes of Rift Edge, still one of my favourite pickaxes from Chapter 1, I'd have to say, Battle Passes. Glider, Beach Umbrella, which is a Victory Royale glider from Chapter 1, Season 5. Works very nicely, like it a lot. And then the wrap I'm using is Phantom Flame, so just mainly for the flame that's moving around, because you've got like essentially purple electric, the pulsating around, which is pretty cool. Let's move on to the second skin, which is the Huntress. So I decided to use the Evor's shield and then the hand axes of the Raven clan, which is basically Evor's pickaxes. I found this works absolutely perfect. So obviously Evor is obviously it just works perfect, obviously, because she's essentially a Viking Evor, and obviously it works absolutely perfect with this obviously skin. It works obviously very nice. And if I didn't have these, I wouldn't really have an idea of what I'd like to use, but it works very nicely either way. And then the wrap I'm using is Sap, which is from Chapter 2, Season 4's Battle Pass, and is Groot's weapon wrap. I just whacked it on mainly for the wood, but I wasn't really too sure for this one once again what to use, so I decided to whack it on. It goes quite nice with the brown of our armour, but yeah, obviously it is pretty cool. Let's move on to the next skin, which is the Red Line. I really do like this skin a lot, it's pretty clean. I decided to whack on the Backbling Oni's Curse, and I'm using the reactivity off, just mainly for the red. And then the harvesting tool or pickaxe is the Murray Musser Blade. So Murray Musser Blade. And then the wrap is Blasted for the black and the red. It's quite an easy skin to make combos for. Let's move on to the next skin, which is Sunstrider, Backbling, Cactus Jack, Pickaxe, Power Pole. And then the wrap is Icy Pop. I decided to put this on mainly because of the colour scheme, the red, white and blue. Because the skin has obviously red, white and blue. I found it works very nicely. Let's move on to the next skin, which is the Sledgehammer. I'm using the Aurora Pack, Pickaxe, Combat Knife, and then the wrap is Life's a Beach. I'm mainly using this one just to go with his colour of his armour, like the sandy look of his armour. And the pickaxe just because he looks like a military soldier, so I thought why not whack on a Combat Knife, so most likely have one. Let's move on to the next skin, which is the Rook, Backbling, Black Shield, Harvesting Tool, Instigator, and then the wrap is Ultra Red. Let's move on to the next combo, which is the basically tier 100 skin from this season, which is Ragnarok, and I'm using the style Stage 5 no shoulder pads. Obviously if you want shoulder pads on, you can always put it on, but I have it off. Backblink, Frozen Love Wings, goes absolutely perfect. Pickaxe is his pickaxe, which is Permafrost, and then the wrap goes absolutely perfect, which is Indigo Eyes. Let's move on to the next, or the second secret skin, which was the Enforcer. Backbling I decided to go with was the Batman comic book cape. Harvesting tool is of Pickaxe's Vision, and then the wrap is Delve Black. Let's move on to Chapter 1, Season 6, and I'm using the Calamity, which is crazy that the Calamity was a Tier 1 skin. Stage 5 is the stage I'm using, and then the clothing colour is black. Obviously, you can always change it up to different colours that you like, but for my combo, I decided to stick with the black style. Back bling, battle worn cape works absolutely perfect. Pickaxe, icebreaker. Victory Royale glider, which is the umbrella, chapter 1, season 6. And then the wrapper I'm using is Boogeyman, works absolutely perfect for the black theme combo I'm going for. Next skin is the DJ Yonder, back bling, waveform, pickaxe from Fox. And then the wrap is After Party. I was not really too sure what to use, so I just put this one, which goes with the nice colours of the back bling and also the skin itself. I really do like the DJ Yonder skin. Let's move on to the next skin, which is probably one of the most ugly skins in the Chapter 1, all the Chapter 1 battle passes, in my opinion. We just have to be giddy up. Back bling is the Pickle Rick, just to go like the grassy green look of his armour and also like the grass in his boots. Pickaxe is a Duelist's Grace, and then the wrap is Rick's Portal. Let's move on to the next skin, which is Fable, back bling, fabled cape, pickaxe, guiding glow, and then the wrap is Blasted, mainly for the red, but there's not really any black, but I mainly used it for the red, to be fair. Let's move on to the next skin, which is Dusk, and I'm using the back bling, Sword of the Daywalker, works absolutely perfect with this skin. Pickaxe is the Sword of the Daywalker also, so I'm using it as back bling and the pickaxe, and then the wrap is Midas Shadow, to go with like the purple, I feel like her hair, and also the purple bit of her clothes on the back. Let's move on to the next skin, which is the Nightshade, back bling, Assassin Pack, pickaxe, Trusty number 2, and then the wrap is Shadow Seal. Next skin is the Dire, which is obviously has one of the best back blings in my opinion from any battle pass, which is a Wolf Pack. Stage I'm using is Black Werewolf, and then clothing colour is brown. Back bling, Wolf Pack, still one of my favourite sword back blings I own till this day. Pickaxe is the Crowbar, and the wrap is Boogeyman. Let's move on to the next secret combo, secret skin, which is obviously Chapter 1, Season 6's secret skin, which is Aim. Is he a part of the 7? No, he's not a part of the 7. Okay. Aim set. I was never the biggest fan of the skin. I found it quite hard to make combos for, so I just whacked on the chrome cage. Pickaxe, dive knives, and then the wrap is industrious, to go with like the machine look of him. I wasn't really too sure what to use. Let's move on to Chapter 1, Season 7 now. We have the Link skin, which is like a fan favourite, one of the fan favourites of Chapter 1 battle passes as well. A lot of people like it. I'm using Stage 4, no ponytail, and then clothing is black. Back bling, perfect wings, and then the scratch mark, which is the Link's pickaxe, and I'm using the black edit style, black colour, works absolutely perfect. I do really like this skin a lot. I used to use it all the time back in the day. Glider, Snowfall, which is a pretty cool Victory Royale glider, to be fair. And then the wrap is Boogeyman. Just had to whack it on because absolutely so cleanly with this Link skin. Let's move on to the next skin, which is Zenith. I'm using the Frozen Shroud as a back bling, pickaxe, Sigil of the Empire, and then the wrap is Spectral Flex. Just because obviously he's like black and a little bit of green as well, and obviously when you shoot the Spectral Flex, it changes colour. So I thought, why not switch it up with the wraps? Let's move on to the next skin, which is Sergeant Winter. And I'm using the edit style goggles, so I'm not really the biggest fan of the other two edit styles. Back bling is a Combat Reef, pickaxe, Holly Hatchers, and the wrap is Twinkly, which is pretty cool. It's coming up to Christmas time soon, so it'd be quite a cool Christmas skin to use. Let's move on to the next skin, which is the Powder, and I'm using the edit style white, so mainly for the white and the red, so I could whack on the back bling Cuddle Pool's bow for the red. Pickaxe is a Foundation's Plasma Spike, and I'm using the Foundation Plasma Picks, colour, Foundation Plasma Spike, and then the wrap is Red Line for the white and the red. Works absolutely perfect with the skin. Let's move on to the next skin, which is the Trog. I've never personally been the biggest fan of it. I've always found his skin pretty ugly, but I guess some people like it. Style I'm using is Tribal, back bling, Snow Crystal, pickaxe, Frosty Globes, and then the wrap is Falling Snow. This is another skin. I just was not really too sure what to combo with it. Let's move on to the next skin, which is the Onesie. I am a very big fan of this skin, to be fair. I used to whack it, used to run it all the time back in the day. I'm using the Winter style, back bling, Shining Star, pickaxe, Code Cutter, and I'm using Hilt Red, FX Red, Metal Colour Rose Gold, and I'm using the wrap Scanline, and then I also decided to whack on the wrap Scanline once again. Works very nicely with the skin with the blue. Let's move on to the Tier 100 skin from Chapter 1, Season 7, which is the Ice King. I'm using the gold colour, back bling, gold token, pickaxe, gold crow, and then the wrap is gold and black. I just had to use it. I love the gold and black wrap. Let's move on to the next secret skin, which was the Prisoner. And this one was quite unique, so you got like 4 edit styles of it, but I decided to back on style stage 4. Back bling, fire starter, means obviously got like fire coming off his head and his arm as well. Pickaxe, soulfire chains, and then the wrap is skullfire to go with the fire. To go with the fiery look of the prisoner skin. Let's move on to chapter 1, season 8 now, which is the black heart skin, the first skin. And I'm using the stage 8 and then clothing white. There's so many, obviously there's 8 different stages and 4 different colours. There's so many potential combos you can make with this skin. Back bling is immunity. Mutiny. Pickaxe is Duelist's Grace. Thick dry glide from this season was a palm leaf. And the wrap I'm using is Mayhem, so I just wasn't sure what to use. And I find it works quite nicely. Let's move on to the second skin, which is the hybrid. I'm using the stage 1 black as clothing and then dragon colour purple. So I just wanted to keep him nice like a ninja. Back bling is the electro guard pack, and I'm using the electro guard pack style. Pickaxe is the black ops sword. And then the wrap is Boogeyman. Works absolutely perfect with the black theme of this combo. Next skin is the Sidewinder, and I'm using the dark edit style. Back bling is Frozen Love Wings, Pickaxe, Leviathan Axe, and then the wrap is Polished Stone. Next skin is Peely, OG Peely, the first ever time we saw Peely. It was in chapter 1, season 8. Back bling is the Hollow Back, and I'm using the Banana Nope. I was either going to use this one or the Bananas, but I decided to put Banana Nope as the sticker. Pickaxe is a Fantastic Pulse, and I decided to go Cosmic Edge style, primary colour mustard, and secondary colour yellow. And the wrap is just had to back on ripe, since obviously it was designed for the Peely skin. Next skin is probably one of my favourite skins from this season, which is the Ember. I'm using the standard default style, but you also have a night style, but I prefer the default. Back bling is a Molten Valkyrie Wings, Pickaxe, Spellwork Scimitar, and then the wrap is Magma, which is absolutely perfect, obviously, with the fiery look of this elf. Let's move on to the next skin, which is Master Key, and I'm using the edit style Mask, and I'm using colour white. Back bling, Michonne's Katana, and also as a pickaxe, Michonne's Katana. Obviously, white of the katana works absolutely perfect with this skin. And the wrap I'm using is Web Slinger from chapter 3, season 1's Battle Pass, and it was Spider-Man's weapon wrap from that season. Next skin is the tier 100 skin, which is Lux. And I'm using the edit style gold, or the colour gold. Obviously you have 4 different colours. You have red, white, black and gold. I know a lot of people didn't like this, but I didn't personally mind it as a tier 100 skin. Back bling, gold token, pickaxe, flawless, and the wrap is golden scales to go with the black and the gold of this, the colour of the, obviously, the gold style I decided to choose. Secret skin now is the Ruin. I'm using the back bling, Dying Light, pickaxe Dread, and then the wrap is Molten Angular Shift. Let's move on to chapter 1 season 9 combos now. First skin is Rocks. I'm using the stage 5 colour black, secondary colour green. Back bling is Backboard, mainly full of black, goes very nicely with the skin. Pickaxe Driver, and then the wrap is the Darth Shader. And the glider is probably one of the best gliders from chapter 1, and it is the holographic. It was very cool. And I still use this quite a lot to this day, to be fair. So obviously this is a Victory Glider from Chapter 1, Season 9. Let's move on to the second skin, which is the Sentinel. I'm using the edit style Dark. Back bling is Deadpool Katanas. Pickaxe is a Red Hot Revenge, mainly for the black and the orange. And then the wrap is Fiery Flow. Let's move on to the next skin, which is Bunker Jonesy. I'm using the edit style just default. You obviously do have another one which is aged, but I'm just using the default for this combo. Back bling is Nana Cape. Pickaxe is a Revoker, and I'm using the colour yellow. Wrap is Ripe, because I wasn't sure what to use, but it goes very nicely with the Nana Cape. Let's move on to the next combo, which is Vega, and I'm using the colour yellow. Back bling is Power Pack, Pickaxe is Nanotech Blade, and then the wrap is Call Sign Hornet. Next skin is the Stratus, which I do really like this skin a lot, especially the red edit style. It works very nicely. Both edit styles are cool, but I personally prefer the red a little bit more. Back bling is the Crewmate, and I'm using the red colour. Pickaxe Instigator, and then the wrap is Blasted. Let's move on to the next skin, which is Demi. So I decided to whack on the Cuddle Pulls Bow. Pickaxe is a Power Pole, and then the wrap is Heart's Desire, mainly for the red. I thought I'd switch it up a bit and just go for a completely red wrap. I haven't really used a Heart's Desire wrap in a while. Let's move on to the next skin, which is Vendetta, which I'm pretty sure is a tier 100 skin. Yeah, it is a tier 100 skin. I'm using the stage 5 style, colour white, and secondary colour is neon green. Back bling, number 1, and I find that the colour green works absolutely perfect with the green of this skin. Pickaxe is the Omni Sword from 2 seasons ago. I'm using the top blade Hyperstrike, guard ceremonial, bottom blade Hyperstrike, pickaxe type single wield. Colour is neon, hand style Omni Sword, and then the sound is jagged power. And then the wrap is festive paper, works very nicely with the green and the white. Let's move on to the secret skin, which is still one of my favourite secret skins from chapter 1. Just it has so many else. Just obviously this is the edit style I decided to use, but there's so many. Obviously you have style default, upgrade, and also upgrade the helmet. So I'm using upgrade the helmet, and you have 6 different colours to use, but I decided to use the drift colour. Back bling is the atmosphere, pickaxe, rift edge, and then the wrap is scanline. I'm mainly using it for like the golden look. Goes pretty nicely with this combo. Let's move on to chapter 1 season X now, and the first skin was Catalyst, which is basically the female drift. I'm using the stage overcharged and colour black. Back bling, wolf pack, pickaxe, lucky 8. Thick drive glider was the X from chapter 1 season X for getting a win, and then the wrap I decided to use was Fiend, just to go with like the pink look of the lucky number 8, so like the pink lightning of the actual Catalyst skin itself. Let's move on to the second skin, which is the X Lord, which is basically like a this is like a remix of different skins from throughout chapter 1, which was pretty cool battle passes. I really did like this. Obviously it made sense, but a lot of people didn't really start playing probably to chapter 1 season, maybe end of seasons. I'd say probably season 4, like a lot of people start picking up the game at season 4 or season 5. And the edit style I'm using for X Lord is Scavenger for stage, and then the colour is Crimson. The back bling is a hut clan symbol, which I could use any of the red ones I had, but I decided to use this one. Pickaxe is a hidden side, goes very nicely with the white and the red, and the wrap is End Zone Elite, which is Patrick Mahomes' wrap, works very nicely with this skin. Let's move on to the next skin, which is the Tilted Technique. I'm using the stage hoodie, colour streets style, backbling logo a go-go, pickaxe renegade rollers, and then the wrap is emote camo. Obviously it goes perfect, and it is I'm pretty sure it's Tilted Techniques wrap from chapter 1 season X. Yeah, it is Tilted Techniques wrap. Obviously it goes absolutely perfect with this skin. Let's move on to the next skin, which is basically the DJ Yonder like reskin, or reimagining I would say, and it's a Yonder. I'm using the stage flare, headgear crowned, and then the colour is solid gold. Back bling is a golden disco, pickaxe, scepter, SC3P3R. I don't know how you actually say it, but I'll just say scepter. And then the wrap is golden scales. But I really did like this, the reimagining of the DJ Yonder skin, obviously scepter, the Yonder skin, obviously the pickaxe is pretty cool as well. Let's move on to the next skin, which is Sparkle Specialist reimagining, and it's the Sparkle Supreme. I'm using the edit style, or the hairstyle classic cut, and the colour disco. Backbling disco ball, pickaxe, sparkle scythe, and the wrap is disco once again. I used obviously disco on the Sparkle Specialist, but it still works very nicely with this skin itself. Let's move on to the next skin, which is the Eternal Voyager. I'm using the stage Eternal, and the colour cerulean. Backbling Shining Star, pickaxe Sludgehammer, and then the wrap is Proto Wave. Let's move on to the next skin, which is the Ultima Knight, which is basically a reimagining of the Black Knight, and it's pretty cool. You obviously have 2 stages, the Ultima and the Origin. I personally prefer the Origin stage, and I decided to stick on the red colour. Backbling is Red Shield, pickaxe AC/DC from chapter 1 season 2's battle pass. I thought just had to whack it on, and then the wrap is Knighted, works very nicely with the black and the red theme of this combo. Let's move on to the last secret skin from chapter 1, which is the Scientist, and is the second 7 member that we got in chapter 1. And I'm using the edit style, I'm using the head display crosshair, and I'm using the colour white. I struggle to make combos with the skin since it's such a big skin, but I decided to work on the perfect wings, and then the Foundation Plasma Picks, and I'm using the Foundation Plasma Picks style, and then the colour is Foundation Plasma Spike, and then finally the wrap is Bandage. So that is all the combos done for the best Chapter 1 Battle Pass combos from Season 2 to Season X. I really did enjoy making this, as I did mention at the start. I'd be getting the season 2 or chapter 2 ones done tomorrow, and then the chapter 3 one. So yeah, so keep an eye out for that. Thank you, Record Guy. Obviously, I'll do the thank you, Record Guy, for the suggestion. Obviously, I'll continue it tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. But yeah, anyways, that was pretty decent.